listening to Crystal Clear Lore, a Wormsong production. Dr. Elena Voss, a 38-year-old meteorologist fresh from a messy Chicago divorce, had run away from her problems. Desperate for an escape, she had fled to northern Idaho, south of Coeur d'Alene. The area was known for its microclimates, which was a research topic she had always been fascinated by. The area was also known for its intense storms, year-round. While those were the norm here, the last 3 years had seen them grow unnaturally severe. No one had yet studied the recent intensification to determine the cause. Pulling over in a vast stretch of plains, she started setting up her mobile station. The last time a Voss had been out here, it had been her great-grandfather. She paused as she unpacked, caught up in remembering. He had come out this way to map and civilize the Wild West, which wasn't the greatest family legacy to have. She shook herself, remembering that the past was over and there was nothing she could do to change it. All you could do was improve the future. That's what she was doing here, she rationalized. She was out here for a month, just to see if any data she recorded could help isolate the cause of those windstorms. About a week in, she was analyzing data that just couldn't make sense, and didn't. The radar had picked up an anomaly, but it wasn't like any weather pattern she had ever seen. The shape was identical each time. Enormous, perfectly symmetrical wings spanning miles on the Doppler return, edges crackling with false velocity spikes like charged feathers. It looked like a gigantic bird, and it only showed up over the Coeur d'Alene Mountains and only overnight. It had to be a factor for the windstorms, but she wasn't sure how. She couldn't even call her colleagues for help, as cell service was spotty on the best of days out here. Last night had been her latest capture of it, and on that night, the storm had been pretty intense. The thunder had clapped, and she could have almost sworn she had heard familiar voices, her grandmother's laugh, her great-grandfather's gruff orders, mingled with chants in a tongue that tugged at buried memories. But she knew better. Voices in a storm would be impossible. During week 2, an elder of the local Coeur d'Alene tribe stopped by. He introduced himself as Harlan and apparently had gotten curious about why she was out here.
I'm trying to see if I can figure out why the local windstorms have gotten so bad lately. Something has to be going on.
Harlan nodded. Oh, there is. But miss, the storms aren't too fond of being monitored with all that fancy equipment, especially the old ones.
What do you mean?
Elena asked. Well, how long you been out here?
I don't know, actually,
she responded, surprised at her own admission. I see. Well, miss, you don't worry about that. I'll keep coming and checking on you, all right?
Sure, Harlan.
She turned back to her laptop, fingers hovering over the keys. The screen blurred for a second. Where had she left her notes? And what day was it again? She rubbed her face for a second.
I must be more tired than I thought,
she muttered before grabbing another cup of coffee. The storms raged on that night, and when Harlan returned, he had brought her some coffee and some takeout from the local cafe. Elena smiled when he walked in.
Hello, can I help you?
She asked. It's Harlan, miss. Remember? We met yesterday. She paused for a minute, thinking.
No, I'm sorry. I haven't been sleeping well, and I rather think it's affecting my memories.
Not sleeping? What's keeping you up? Harlan asked, handing her the food. Elena took them and headed to her desk.
Those nightly storms, they're quite loud and seem to go on for hours. I don't know how you haven't noticed them.
Harlan paused. Miss, there haven't really been any storms outside these plains. You see, the storms here are special. Some say the thunder keeps the names of those who wronged the land. It whispers them back, until you forget everything else.
Well, I have been hearing things during the storms, but I'm sure it's just the exhaustion. Same with my memory. If I could just get a few hours of sleep, I'd be well set.
Well, if the storms keep you up all night, why don't you just sleep during the day? Elena smiled ruefully.
I'd love to, but that's when the nightmares come.
Nightmares?
Mm-hmm. I keep having nightmares of a man that looks like he could be related to me doing just terrible things.
What kind of things?
Horrible things to the tribespeople, desecrating the land, digging up burial sites, just horrific things in general.
Harlan sat for a moment and stared at Elena. She sipped the coffee he had brought her, and he watched as her eyes went vacant for a moment before snapping back to him.
Hello, can I help you?
She asked. Miss, during the next storm, why don't you try to go outside and apologize?
Apologize for what? Also, who are you?
Just a friend. Here. He grabbed a pad of paper and a pen. I'm gonna write this down for you.
Okay.
She looked at him doubtfully. I'll see you tomorrow, he said, getting up and leaving. Elena sat up in her bunk. It was night. When did she go to bed? Who had called her name? The storm was raging outside, and she could barely focus. She blearily looked around when she saw a piece of paper on her desk. She got out of bed and grabbed it. The voice called again. The voice was coming from outside. But how? There was a storm happening. She shouldn't be hearing someone call her name. She glanced at the paper, which simply said, When the thunder calls your name, step outside and say, I remember and I'm sorry. Why? That wouldn't pacify the storm. That was sheer poppycock. She almost crumpled it up when she paused. What was she doing again? She looked down at the paper and read it. She had just finished when she heard her name being called again. Well, the paper said to go outside, and that's just what she was going to do. Tossing on shoes and a coat, she started to head outside into the storm. Grabbing the doorknob, her hand trembled. The wind screamed like voices she half knew. She swallowed hard and opened the door to let in the storm. Once the rain hit her face, memories came flooding back, not just hers, but her great-grandfather's. The stories and memories of what he had done to the people that lived here. She looked up and saw a massive bird, lightning crackling around its feathers. She actually remembered, what the note had said. Swallowing her fear, she looked up at the creature.
I remember, and I'm sorry.
It looked at her, straight into her soul. Louder, she repeated herself.
I remember, and I'm sorry.
The creature flapped its wings, releasing a peal of thunder, and took off. Elena collapsed to the ground, thankful for the note that had probably just saved her life, or at least bought her time. Harlan stopped by the next day, just like he promised. He had another takeout box of food and a cup of coffee for Elena. She saw him and ran over, giving him a hug. Well now, Miss Elena, it looks like you're feeling much better now. Elena stepped back, still grinning widely.
I am, and I have you to thank for it.
You're welcome, miss. But I want to thank you, too.
For what?
Harlan glanced toward the mountains. That old storm. It was a protector for our people once. But when the settlers came and did terrible things, it got angry, turned vengeful. You apologizing, especially with your great-grandfather being one of those settlers, may just help it let go of the past, for now.
I didn't just apologize for myself. I carried his words out there. Maybe that's enough to start mending things.
A small crack of thunder boomed in the distance over the mountains. The air smelled of wet pine and ozone, clean for the first time in weeks. Harlan chuckled softly. You may just be right on that.
Welcome to Crystal Clear Lore. I'm Crystal Lance, and today I'm back in the recording closet with my producer, Brady.
Hello, she remembered to introduce me this time. I have a name.
For now, until I erase it from all history.
I push buttons, therefore I am. Anyway, we're talking about the Thunderbird today, if you didn't catch that from the story. If you skipped the story, what's wrong with you?
Why are you here?
What the heck?
It's like half the fun.
Yeah, if you're here for the conversation, I think we're doing this wrong.
If you're here for the conversation, I have concerns.
But by all means, please stay for the conversation. Don't go.
Don't leave.
Where are you going?
Turn that back on.
No, come on. So, the Thunderbird, that was a cool story, by the way.
Well, thank you.
So it's like she's losing her memory or something?
So that one I did take a little bit of creative liberty with, and it was kind of like I kind of took some inspiration from oh my god, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Oh, okay. I would have expected that from you.
Because the first movie where they release, I feel like his name is Doug, and I have no idea if that's accurate. At the end with the memory potion that he adds into the rain.
Yeah.
Doug, for lack of better memory on his name, is a Thunderbird.
Oh, okay.
Like a big old
that's right.
guy.
Yeah. Well, that's a good visual representation then.
Yeah. So the Thunderbird is actually a pretty interesting creature because mostly he's in North America.
Shout out.
He is
represent.
He's featured, or it is featured in stories from Native American tribes that span the Pacific Northwest, American Southwest, East Coast, Great Lakes region, and the Great Plains region.
So like all the regions?
Except the Deep South.
Why? It's too hot down there for them? Too humid?
Might be the swamps.
Oh. Yeah, maybe they don't like alligators and stuff.
Dude, that'd be an epic fight.
Ooh. Maybe put that in the clips.
Similar creatures do show up in Chinese, Japanese, Indian, West African, Kenyan, and Korean legends, though.
Dirty knees, look at these.
What?
Chinese, Japanese. Dirty
what?
knees, look at these. You never had that in school, in the playground?
No.
In the school playground?
No.
Words are coming to me, guys. It's late in the closet again. Here we are.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's not like we ever record early when we have a brain.
No, that's forbidden.
No, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to derail it.
It's okay. I just have never heard that.
Interesting. If you've heard that in the comments, let us know in the comments. Sorry.
Brady needs a nap.
Shutting down. We'll get through this, guys. You're here with us. You're here for it.
Today, we're just going to be focusing mostly on the Native American tales.
Okay.
It really focuses, like, the Thunderbird is pretty important to the Native tribes, like, spiritual outlook.
Okay.
It's like a whole thing for them.
Is there a specific Native tribes, or is this kind of a universal thing? How far does it span?
There's a lot. Well, I told you, it's all over the
Well, yeah,
North
but I mean,
Americas.
like, is there any mentions across any of the seas up into Canada? Is it strictly?
I think some of them, especially the Salish, who are our local tribe, not like the tribe itself, but the group of tribes, they're called the Salish.
Oh, okay.
They do span into, or their original land spanned into what is now known as Canada.
Okay, so yeah, I guess borders are just lines on a map,
pretty much,
in a sense. So, but okay, so it's a pretty vastly spread tale.
Yeah.
Or what did you call it? Spiritual representation?
It's like a spiritual. It's like, I wouldn't say, calling it a god does not feel right. But they are spiritual.
Monolith?
Creatures. It's different. We'll get there. It's kind of complicated with them.
Okay. Well, I'll let you get the explanation through then.
They do appear, when they're depicted, they are depicted as like these massive birds of prey that are just unrealistically large.
Yeah.
Or they are sometimes bird-human hybrids.
Oh, I like that.
That anthropomorphized version.
Yeah.
On a lot of the totem poles in the Pacific Northwest where we're at, they will be like the top totem.
That's the birds on all those?
Not always. Sometimes it's the eagles. So the way to tell the eagle from the Thunderbird is if it has the horns, it's a Thunderbird.
Horns.
It's like little horns.
Like on its head, horns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I say they kind of look like horns. They could be feathers. I looked at a few of them and went, these look like horns.
So protrusions of a sort.
Kind of. Yeah. It's,
Got it. But that's pretty easy to tell the difference. Now I'm going to be keeping my eye out.
Yeah, they look like horns. I assume they're horns from everything that I can tell.
So they're horny?
No. This is why we can't have nice things. That's exactly why.
Banned.
We're going to have to just cancel you.
I've been canceled.
I also ran into a lot of issues doing a deep dive on this, kind of like with the skinwalkers. This is another creature that is not spoken to non-tribe members.
Oh, so it just kind of got out.
Like, they let some things go, but not a lot.
I see.
They're highly spiritual creatures. So, and the stories about them they're not just like campfire tales. They're literally part of a belief system. That's like give me a Judeo-Catholic animal, Judeo-Christian animal.
Animal.
I don't know. Is there one? Okay, that's like saying that like.
I think that's just all the normal animals.
The snake in the Garden of Eden
There's a good one. Thank you.
Like a cryptid, and we can't analyze it respectfully.
Sure. I can see where you're going with that.
Yeah, I want to analyze this respectfully based off the Native American beliefs, but I don't want. So I'm trying. But I also understand that some people are going to be like, "Oh, well, this is just like a cryptid to them."
I see.
Find that middle ground.
Yeah.
Try it. I'm trying real hard.
There's not really a word for it.
They're not gods. That feels wrong. I don't know what the other words are.
Well, spiritual entity of types.
Yes.
Of a degree of weight of which we don't understand at the moment.
Yes.
There you go. Sorry. Overcomplicated.
It is
overcomplicated Andy over here.
It is also really important to note that any written account of the stories of the Thunderbirds are going to just be riddled with inaccuracies. So,
well, I mean, isn't that kind of that's a pretty unanimous nature of folklore at this point? I'm noticing.
Yes, but this is also because they purposefully did this. So let's say, just to use the Salish, because that's where we're at, a Salish tribe member is telling a story to an outsider, right? To a person that's not a tribe's member, okay? They're going to withhold details and obfuscate the story a little bit. And then you have that tribe's member who is going to filter that story through their own perspective.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
that's the nature of the word of mouth passing of information or dissemination.
But normally word of mouth, you try to get all your points across, not intentionally withhold things.
Yeah, that's the interesting part about it. What's with that?
Because, you know what? We did a thing.
Oh, I see. So kind of keeping some of their secrets.
For a good reason. There's a legend of a lost photo of a Thunderbird.
Really?
And I saw this, looked into it, realized, yep, this is a heck of a legend, and completely understood why they were like, we're not going to tell you guys anything.
I've heard way back in the deep conspiracy theory days of my youth.
5 days ago.
There were tales in the circles of large birds. Nobody would really ever tell us where the fuck these birds were. I just remember that people would always talk about randomly in these conspiracy circles. It would just come up sometimes, these big ass birds that would like. I don't know. It reminds me of the Thunderbird. Now that I'm thinking, I'm just trying to connect old dots here, and that's what they might have been talking about.
Maybe. So the legend of the lost photo also is kind of going to tangentially kind of jut in with this. So apparently some men killed a giant, massive Thunderbird, right? This gigantic bird. Literally, they nailed it to the side of a barn and took a photo of a man outstretched in front of it for scale.
Where was this exactly?
Nobody knows. Apparently, a lot of people claim to see it, but like nobody can find it. So maybe it's a Mandela effect too.
That could be it.
But if this is true, is it like any wonder the tribes are like, nah, we're not going to tell you jack?
Yeah.
Because, of course, we just had to go ruin it.
That's how she goes.
It's not great, guys. Not great.
Well, we're not here to pass judgment on anything.
No, but also...
convict.
But also I can look at that and be like, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I get it.
The Thunderbird, when it's depicted, it usually does represent power, protection, and strength. They are, like I said earlier, they usually adorn the tops of totem poles. They can also be found in clan crests, and they can represent power and lineage in certain ceremonies. Those are, of course, going to vary depending on the tribe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because I can imagine like each tribe has their own little spin on it.
So because every tribe has their own, I would say, perspective on it, and they have their own...
I didn't mean spin like pejorative.
No, I get you. I would say... Not perspective, whatever. My brain stopped working. I'm only going to be covering what felt like a cohesive story that seemed to go between multiple tribes.
Okay, that makes sense. Kind of like averaging out
Yeah,
the details.
There's going to be some details I'm not going to include because maybe it was like, okay, one tribe thought this. That doesn't really help, but I'm trying to streamline it, not make it too bulky, get the core information out, but understand there's going to be more, especially if we have any Native American listeners. I'm not going to know all the things because I'm not a registered Native American. It's just not the way that is.
Well, okay. Well, disclaimers out of the way. Also, are you sure our audience doesn't like it bulky? Hit us in the comments. Tell us if you like it bulky.
If you want me to
like
record
to keep it stubby,
a 15-hour episode,
she'll do it.
I'll do it.
She'll do it.
But
you just have to say it.
Y'all are gonna have to.
Don't.
No, you're gonna
have to sleep.
You're gonna have to Venmo me like at least $200 because I need to over caffeinate Brady to do that.
I will never sleep again. I'll cry into my money then, I guess, guys.
He's gonna need
send it on over.
$200 of just energy drinks to get through that.
It's Venmo and the app ID is I think, or Folgers. I don't know which one yet.
Something.
We'll hit you. Anyway,
so
hit us with the tail.
As far as I can tell, Thunderbirds are seen as messengers of the four winds. So each wind has its own, I want to say deification. That still is not perfect.
Just go with
but we're going to go with
that.
They have some stories where the Thunderbirds like reward bravery. They are also spirits of lightning, thunder, and rain. They can cause destructive storms. And one of the big things is like when it flaps its wings, it can create thunder, which I did make sure to include in the story.
Yeah, and that thus the name, possibly.
That's true. I'm not sure if they create thunder or if they're just so stinking big
and loud. Well, yeah, that's like thunder.
Yeah.
Either way. Well, you said it could make thunder, right?
Yes, but they also produce lightning in its eyes and control the weather.
That is cool. Do you think I'm thinking of Storm now from X-Men? Like the 2000s cool. X-Men?
The good X-Men.
Yeah,
no, actually.
Like the movie?
Oh.
With
what am I thinking of?
I'm thinking of Mystique. Not Mystique. I'm thinking of Storm. Halle Berry, right?
Yeah. No, I'm thinking of the old animated cartoon.
Yeah, you would.
Maybe that's... Wasn't that the 2000s?
Probably, yeah. I think it was. Maybe a little earlier. But it doesn't matter. The point is, you can tell we're not like TV Lorians.
I'm so old.
We're not like pop culture Lorians, but we'd have to bring it up sometimes. But no, I'm thinking, I just like, remember when she's floating up in the air and she's got the lightning all around her?
Yeah, that's straight out of the comics.
It's just kind of cool. Yeah, but I'm talking about the movie.
Uh-huh.
Miss Literature.
The comics are better. You get a more robust story. And
I know, but I didn't read the comics. We're not talking about which one's better because that's a different debate.
And that's why you didn't get excited about Gambit, and I did. So, because I love Gambit.
That was
He's
cool. Well, we don't need to go on a tangent here.
No,
I was just trying to say the aesthetic is pretty similar, huh?
Well, they have similar creatures in West Africa and Kenya, and Storm is from like the actual continent of Africa. I don't remember which region. Because she was worshipped as a goddess because she could bring rain.
Cool. I mean, yeah, completely different lore, but just aesthetic-wise.
I'm sure inspired by, right? I'm sure there was some inspiration there.
I wasn't trying to make the connection. I just like the look of the Thunderbird with the lightning in the eyes.
The two main stories I have about the Thunderbird, I'm just going to bullet point it because they're very long.
Oh, gosh. Well, yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
The first one is the Thunderbird and the whale. So... Thunderbird and whale. Sorry, not the...
And whale.
Thunderbird and whale. So whale is disrupting the natural order. Like he's eating other whales, he's stopping the salmon runs, and he's depriving coastal tribes of food sources.
He's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he's literally just being a jerk. So Thunderbird...
He's being a real poppycock. I don't think I used that right.
You did not. Thunderbird gets pretty upset, intervenes, and he grabs whale and hauls him off to the mountains. So I want you to realize how big Thunderbird is when he's hauling off a whale.
That really puts it into scale. I mean, really.
No, they don't say what kind of whale is. So I'm just going to assume like he's either an orca or he's a humpback whale.
I was going to hope orca. This size-wise makes a little bit more sense in my head.
It could be a humpback.
Comprehend that happening a little bit. Humpback, still a little bigger.
It's pretty big.
What if it was a blue whale?
Okay, that's insane.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That's crazy.
That might be a good thumbnail.
The fight is literally so large scale that it causes earthquakes, tsunamis, and mountains to tremble and water to recede.
Let's be real here. They just saw a Pokemon battle.
You know, there is that giant whale.
I just aged myself.
Zapdos is a Thunderbird.
That's what the other one. Thank you. I was trying to think of that, but I didn't want to bring it up till I knew the name, or if I remembered the name, and you just nailed it.
I forget the whale's name. Isn't it like Whaler
Zapdos.
or something? It's something sad. I was like, this is uncreative.
Is a whale one. There was one called Coeur.
There's like a giant blue whale one, like Whaler.
That's Coeur.
No, it's not.
That was one of them.
Okay, whatever. Like, there's like 800 Pokemon now. I'm not.
Welcome to Crystal Clear Pokemon.
No thanks.
Let's not go there. We've aged ourselves quite significantly now.
Sometimes this is kind of where the story varies. Is Thunderbird sometimes drops whale from like a great height, and then whale is like, bitch, no, and drags Thunderbird underwater.
I love it.
It's so,
cinema.
It was such a cool fight. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as I was reading it, I was like, "This is an epic fight," but I don't have the time to go through it.
It's a kaiju battle.
It literally is.
This is cool. Is there a movie of this?
There should be.
If there has to be.
No matter
Bollywood, where are you at?
No matter what, Thunderbird does always win. Balance is always restored. That's just the way. This is the way. The other one is Thunderbird versus the underwater manitos.
Manitos? What's a manitos?
So underwater manitos are spirits of the underworld and the waters.
Well, what's a manito first? Because I don't want to dox myself, but there's a park called Manitou Park that I went to at one point in my life. And
I think that's spelled differently.
I just know it's a Japanese park though, so I don't know. Maybe it's completely different, but I don't know. So what's Manitou spirits?
It's spirits of the underworld and like of waters. So like the rivers and the oceans and all that.
Okay.
They're usually led by a great one, which is a chimeric monster that has the head and paws of a great cat. Think like maybe mountain lion, because that's I think the one really.
Do you like that?
No, it was sad. It sports copper scales or spikes. It has bison-like horns, a serpentine tail, and fins.
Oh, okay.
So that's usually the Manitou's leader.
Fun. Just invite him to every party.
Thunderbirds and Manitous are eternal enemies. And the Thunderbirds fight the Manitous to prevent them from causing chaos like drownings and disrupting the flow of the waters. A lot of the battles have the Thunderbirds literally call down lightning from the sky just to strike at the Manitous.
I would imagine that's their power.
It's pretty cool.
That's their attack. It was super effective.
And then Thunderbirds do leave us in the winter to head south.
Bye.
Which means that's the time when the Manitous are the strongest.
Oh.
So the Manitous get their power because of all the darkness and the water.
That why they don't like the south?
Ooh.
Did we just crack the code?
That might be it.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right.
Maybe not. Maybe we're stupid.
It might be
just me
off.
anyway.
So last little coverage here is I've got a timeline because there is a lot of documentation about these creatures.
Here we go. Timeline. Music cue.
You need to make
button.
like a little.
I don't have the buttons.
We gotta make
now,
some
guys.
buttons.
I can't reach the buttons in the closet yet, so I'll be bumping, knocking stuff over. I'll get the button soon. I have one button. Have to show you my button at least once. Anyway. It's not for censoring. It's just to make her laugh instantly.
Gosh dang it, what was I doing? I got timeline.
Sorry.
Okay,
timeline. I don't have a timeline song. If I had a timeline song, it would be right there.
Oh, God. Okay. Between BCE 250 and the year 1500 CE, because it wasn't written down, so no one really knows, tribes people...
Sorry, I've had $1 for every time someone was like, I don't know when it happened. It was between 1500 BC 1500 somewhere else.
Right. Stuff was written down, so that's what it is. Tribespeople carved petroglyphs of Thunderbirds into twin bluffs in central Wisconsin over somewhere in that span of tribes. So it looks like there's multiple motifs, so they're thinking that it took, like when tribes would come through, they would just do it like and add more and add more and add more.
Shout out to cheese.
Oh, jeez.
It was a little late, but you were talking.
It's Wisconsin.
Anyway.
In about the 13th century, or thereabouts, tribespeople carved petroglyphs of Thunderbirds into Gullixson's Glen. This is also in southwestern Wisconsin.
Gullixson's Glen?
Gullixson's Glen.
Gullixson's Glen?
Gullixson's Glen.
That's a fun one. We got to go there sometime.
So this is also
see the sign.
This is also in Wisconsin. 1892, a man named Fred Murray reported seeing a flock near Dent's Run in Cameron County, Pennsylvania. So the birds he saw, he described them kind of like they were buzzard-like, and the flock was 16 birds.
That's a lot of birds.
16 Thunderbirds. In Pennsylvania.
How you ever sleep again?
Turn of the 19th century. Or 20th century.
You're going to need more than birdshot in your shotgun.
Yeah, he said they were just like these massive, like almost buzzard-like, but he had never seen anything like it. Very interesting.
Cool.
30 years later, in a different part of Pennsylvania, Hiram Cranmer spots his first of 5 sightings.
Holy, this guy, they liked him.
He ended up becoming a major advocate and talked like ad nauseum about the Thunderbirds.
Okay.
So he's
Is he like the Thunderbird guy then?
He's the guy.
For us normies.
He was the guy.
He's the gateway.
Yeah, you can literally just Google him, and there's so much information because he just talked all the time.
What was his name again?
Hiram Cranmer. So Hiram, then Cranmer is Cranmer.
Okay.
A lot of information on him. I don't know how accurate his stuff is because I have listened to people because I work with the public, and sometimes
accurate's one thing, but you do have to just get people's accounts sometimes to compare.
It's true.
Like look at how bring up Bigfoot, but
I know
we have bits of evidence and we have lots of anecdote.
In the mid 20th century, there was another sighting near Jersey Shore in Pennsylvania. And that one was so big that they thought for a minute it was a plane.
I bet, yeah. I was thinking of like the thing earlier with the big whale.
Big.
It was that big.
Okay.
Even for an orca, yeah, it would look like a plane.
Yeah, it's not a tiny creature. These things are, I think, unimaginably massive.
That's what I'm saying. It's just fun to think about a bird that big.
There was another sighting in 2010.
I didn't see it.
Oh, boy.
Did you see it?
And
Hey, hit us in the comments if you've seen it. I didn't see it.
Cowder Sport Pike, Pennsylvania? I might be messing that up.
That was a really good try. Even if you did, I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't have been able to do it like that. So good job.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
Good job.
So 2 witnesses were walking in the woods and they saw a bird and they said it had like this very pronounced, very large beak.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
So.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was so big and it's its tiny little stubby little beak, and it was just like,
he's a new guy.
Me.
2 years later, the last reported sighting that I could find that had been reported and really verified, quote unquote verified, was in 2012. 2 girls were camping in rural Pennsylvania.
Shouldn't have done that.
And they saw it, and it freaked them the heck out.
I bet. It's always camping too, right?
It's always camping,
and you're always on edge. You're like, I don't want to get the bear or Sasquatch, and then it's freaking Thunderbird. Man,
a lot of these modern sightings people have said that they're just like surviving prehistoric giant vultures called teratorns, or they could be just misidentified giant birds.
Yeah. Okay. Hear me out real quick. For some reason, this popped into my head.
Oh no!
Baba Yaga episode.
Oh no!
House with the chicken legs. Fighting the Thunderbird.
You need to go to bed, my guy.
No, isn't that cool in your head? But they both got bird legs. That's fine. All right.
I was like,
We're all on the same page here now.
The hut doesn't fly, though. The Thunderbird does. I feel like that just gives the Thunderbird an automatic advantage.
I'll be taking bets. 20-1 odds or whatever. I don't know odds. It's going to be in favor for me. Just give me the money.
He's just going to rig it.
Someone will win and I'll get money. That's how bets work, right?
The truth comes out.
Oh, we're not sponsored by Kalshi yet. Just you wait. Just you wait. We'll have some folklore bets going on. Right?
That's all the information I could really hunt up and find because, again, the natives don't share much.
That's fine. You guys can make up your own.
Well, and there's more out there, but when you have like one or two people saying something really just random and offshoot, and you're not finding anything else to kind of verify that.
Well, yeah. To be clear, and this is just a jab a little bit at the Reddit. You do primarily look at the first sources, right? As
far as I can reach back to a primary source, I will.
Yeah, obviously. Because we try to be accurate to the source here at Crystal Clear Lore. And it takes a lot of time and effort.
It does.
So just on behalf of everybody and, of course, me, thank you for that hard work. And I'm learning a lot about all these. Yeah. I only knew very tertiary details about most of these. And so, especially the Thunderbird, I've heard it mentioned it's a Pontiac.
Is it Pontiac that made it?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, yeah. Pontiac Thunderbird, yeah. I should know this. I work on cars.
Why did I think it was a Chrysler?
So this is a relic, okay, guys? There's been many brands coming and going, okay? Cash for clunkers was a thing. But anyway, yeah, so like, thank you. You do a lot of hard work on that.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, we try to be, we're not trying to bullshit anybody, and we're not making up wild stuff. The audio dramas are a little fictional. Come on now. But, yeah, so just again, a little bit of a jab at the Reddit thing that happened. If we don't need to get into it, but yeah, gatekeeping sucks. Let's just leave it at that.
We got banned off Reddit for a little bit because they thought I was just making stuff up and pushing pseudoscience, and I literally had to go contact them and be like, my guys.
Yeah, well, not really banned, but like we were just trying to post on r/folklore. God forbid. And yeah, we got kind of gatekeeped for no reason, but whatever. I'm not trying to hate, and nobody go attack them, but like
don't attack.
We'll be on there sometime soon. We're gonna state our case. We're gonna state our case respectfully. I'm not trying to.
We're up there now.
A little bit of a beef, but nothing crazy.
We're up there now. I hold no ill will towards the mods. I understand. You guys just are probably very paranoid because people probably do push pseudoscience, and I understand that.
Yeah, that's why we're trying to defend ourselves here. It's like we're no pseudoscience. We'll mention pseudoscience as like a thing that's related to what we're talking about, but we're not sitting here trying to say it's real or anything like that. It's just, it might be a thing that's related to the topic. And people make stuff up, and it might be important.
And yeah, and we straddle the boundary here between what's like, could it be real? Could it not be real? Here's what primary sources say.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff on this, but
at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to us to decide whether it's real or not, because, the nature of folklore is the scarce evidence, is it not?
Yeah. That's kind of the whole game of it, the whole gambit.
And that's, the stories get built up into these awesome things. And then, it's just important to know. It's just, there's not always sometimes it's all based off of one tiny little truth and it gets exploded into me. So how could you say we're pushing pseudoscience just talking about these things? Come on. Yeah. So I don't know.
Internet drama.
I'm not trying to make drama out of it, but I'm trying to understand it. That's all. But hey, if you guys think we're pushing pseudoscience, put that in the comments too. I'm probing for feedback, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Due to that happening. So anyway, enough of that. Thunderbird.
Yeah, so other than our little Reddit tea that we had to drop real quick.
Yeah.
Because it kind of got under both of our skins, especially when he watches me sit here and research for hours. And he's like, excuse you.
Yeah. It is what it is. I got to stand up for you, and I got to just say, we try.
Yeah, I'm not going to be perfect, but who is?
And in lieu of the trying.
Well, I hope this made the Reddit tea and the Thunderbird.
Mostly the Thunderbird.
Crystal clear. Bye. Follow us on Threads and Insta at Wormsong Media. That's WYRMSONG Media. Want to reach out to us? Email us at wormsongmedia@gmail. Again, that's WYRMSONGMEDIA@gmail.